My name's Jen. I'm your dungeon master. Who are we joining by today? Who are we joined by? Mookie with the 50 bits. Thank you.
Mookie, thank you.
Well, you know me. It's your favorite mustachioed man. I'm Zach, and I play Buried in Chains.
I'm Sumner, and I play Galvin, son of Rohan, hand of Lathander. Eric Cochran, Tempest Cleric.
What up? What? It's my turn.
Oh, fine. We're not going in any order. I don't know what you want.
I don't know. What up, demons? It's me, your boy. I just really wanted to yell that. Okay, your turn.
You didn't say who you are or who you're playing.
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery.
We'll never know.
It's process of elimination, right?
Well, anyway, I'm Dylan, and I'm playing your favorite CL Paladin, Kuro's Tidehunter. One left.
And then we have...
That leaves me, Joe, and I play maybe not your favorite Kinku Ranger, but it's okay if I'm not.
He's my favorite.
You're my favorite.
Sure. Like,
yeah. I mean, how many Kinku Rangers do you know?
Are you fishing? 50 more bits from Mookie.
Oh my gosh, Mookie.
Yeah.
Did you like us or something?
Mookie, do you like us or something?
Why?
Welcome,
she
guys.
likes us.
Why do you like us?
Speaking of Memorial Day.
Today, technically, don't thank anybody for their service. Today, just take a quiet moment and think about people that gave everything that they had and more. Thank people for their service on Veterans Day. Just do everybody a favor and think real hard about it today and how important this country is to you and the people that died for it. So,
yeah. Last we saw our adventurers. They made their final day trip to the island of Nyx, but not before ridding their ship of Chul, who were interested in the scimitar that Kuros found in the followers' den in Eulatorf. Kuros actually used the scimitar and felt himself take damage from using it and really liked the feeling of it. Upon sailing into the docks of Nyx Landing, the group sent the Grung on their way with 2 gold and said their goodbyes to Vonzi and the children that they saved. Vonzi informed the group that if they are in need of any help in the city of Nyx, that they can ask her family, as they are well connected and will help if they ask for any member of the Vance family. Vonzi also informed the group about Nyx in general, saying that Nyx is an island full of humans, tiefling, and drow. The mountain passings and outskirts hold goblins and bugbears, and there's a small lizard folk tribe in the mountains between Nyx Landing and Nyx that holds the legendary Mask of Othersight, which is said to be a moldable mask, and if you carve a face into the mask, you can look through it and actually see through the eyes of the person you molded onto the mask. On the island, the group landed in Nyx Landing, where they were met with drinks, magical pebbles, and a suspicious tiefling exiting the potion cellar, and questioned the group about their role. He said the Adventurers Guild, the Fighters Club, Mages School, Bards College, Thieves Syndicate, or the Shadow. Catching on quickly to the odd man out, Chains stated he was part of the Shadow, which was met with aggression, and the tiefling man escaped. The potion seller shop owner came, he gave a bit of insight into the man, saying that he was part of the Thieves Syndicate, which completely runs all of Nyx with their power, and that he was unsure of the Shadow, but knows that they are followers of Merkel. Meanwhile, Kuros separated from the group abruptly in the tavern after introducing himself to the barmaid as part of the Tidehunter family. She asked if Kuros had relation to the elder Cornelius Tidehunter, and Kuros blindly went running through the gates of Nyx Landing. He spoke to one of the guards, who told him he would escort him to the Tidehunters, and led Kuros through the small town to a cemetery, where he stands in front of the Crypt of the Tidehunter. So, anyone want to add anything?
I got drinks.
That's right.
Yeah,
Brad got a mountain of drinks.
Series of hanging out, talking about how Rav has, I guess, a fan club.
Yes.
From her old group of people, and they buy her drinks and leave them for her.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
And Galvin had flown up to find out where Kuros ran off to.
Galvin, you also aged. You are a wizened man now.
That's right. I'm 2 years older. And
Buy cigarettes.
yeah, exactly. I can buy cigarettes now.
Cigarettes.
Of course, Galvin would never, but that's where we're at, though. That was a good recap.
That was really good.
Thanks. So, all right, we meet up with our adventurers
To the map.
outside.
I'm kind of real interested in Kuros' story. Just screw everything else.
No, I am too. I'm real curious.
Yeah. I'm invested in this.
Yeah, let's just do that then. All right, see you guys later. We're doing an individual game with me and Dylan. So,
I'll see you
Thanks
four
for
next
coming.
week, and you and I all night. Okay.
perfect. All right, so
What?
we meet up with our adventurers outside the gates of Nick's Landing. Galvin had flown up into the sky prior to leaving the bar to make sure that he could see Kuros before going back into the bar. And then Kuros was making his way to the gates, but has since been separated, led through the city and to the cemetery, while the group inside the bar avoided a bar fight with a group of drow and encountered a scarred up tiefling man outside. A while
He,
has
ninja
passed.
poofed.
He ninja poofed. He did. Almost literally. And a while has passed and Kuros is nowhere in sight. You stand outside of the shop. Owner of the potion cellar.
Potion cellar.
So, what brings travelers like you here?
We
Don't
need
tell me
only-
you're seeking to join the syndicate.
we need
course
only the
not.
strongest potions.
I only have the strongest potions.
I'm not doing it.
We'll be here for another hour if we do.
We will.
No, of course not. We're not here for any syndicate. We're here to find, well, currently our friend.
Yeah, he ran off. I don't know what direction, but he ran off.
Is this
Right,
thief
I was
syndicate? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Rattle's gonna shuffle out from behind Galvin, and he's gonna say, "He's a sea elf. He talks a bit like this. Have you seen him?"
You're so good at that.
I have not. Unfortunately. What brings you to the island? Searching for your friend, but
We helped a family, and they live here.
Aye, and we're here to... we have bigger things at hand as well. Here finding Merkel's followers. Does that ring a bell?
Galvin, you don't have to tell everybody what we're
I
doing.
tell everybody. We are not wasting any time.
I chime in.
Quickest way from-
They may go by the name The Shadow here.
well, the syndicate runs the town because they rob the town. That was your first question.
Classic.
Second is the shadow. I don't, unfortunately, know very much, but if you're here for the followers of Merkel, that means that you are a search party.
Are
Yeah.
you familiar with other search parties?
It's world renowned.
Aye. Of course.
I mean, I'm surprised it's still happening. It's been months since someone has looked here.
Well, we're different. We've gotten
Had you
this far.
Had you
Yeah.
seen the previous party?
Yes, actually, a group of adventurers like you, but different.
Like different.
They didn't
Same, but
seem to be
different.
looking for the doppelganger for the right reasons.
What reason did they tell you? What the reasons were?
No, they came and have since been growing the shadow.
Everybody.
There was a boisterous one in particular, a cleric. Offered
look at
his
Galvin.
offered his name by his full title, Rutabaga, Child of Turnip. speaker of Brassica. The rest of them follow him
Ah.
around.
I've heard of
Did you
them.
say turnip?
Turnip.
Okay, just
His name's
making
Rutabaga.
His name is Rutabaga.
Is this like a
Look at
halfling or a
Chance.
gnome? Does Galvin know this name, like, personally?
No.
Damn. Okay.
Rattle.
Everyone who has a title is known by Galvin.
I mean, known by Galvin.
Galvin, do you know of the turnip people?
I'm afraid not.
Roll for history.
Oh, wait.
He's just like, no, I
The
don't.
people are a proud
I
race.
just asked.
I
They're
am
a
Galvin, and
proud
Galvin is me.
race.
8 on a history.
Okay, so you do not recognize any sort of turnip being in your.
I
Noggin
see.
In your potato.
You know, there's like a carrot somewhere in there, but not a turnip.
I know a carrot-related cleric, but not a turnip one, unfortunately.
Yes.
I understand.
Can Rattle be kind of like trying to figure out in some way which direction Kuros went, like maybe looking for tracks or if he dropped something or?
So you're gonna leave the group. and
Yeah,
look
I
for-
think he tires of the potion seller. And
Sure. So you're looking
We're
around.
weary of the
I mean, you're walking on concrete, so you can see the general pathway leading to the gate, but there wouldn't be specific footprints. But you can try to find specific footprints.
Put your ear to the ground.
Rattle
Air at the floor.
instead
bird ear to
is
the
going to pull out a piece of parchment, and with his charcoal, he wants to try to draw a rudimentary picture of Kuros' face.
I want to see you do this in real life.
Okay.
We're
Where's
not-
your paper?
Well, spoilers, I'm in my closet, so I don't have any paper.
I just picture like this stick figure with like little like sea elf ears.
I- I really accentuate the anime fang, like, a lot.
A lot, like really big.
really like
I
I can't
but
tell
I-
you how anime this guy is.
but I want to do that, and I want to just be like walking up to people and like tapping them, and like in Galvin's voice, he's like, "Have you seen me?"
Okay.
I'm gonna go accompany him.
Okay. Is anyone else continuing to talk to Potion Seller?
I'm on my way.
From misery to happiness, indeed. So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, as you're leaving, he kind of says, "Oh, I hope you don't run into them. It's been a while since I've seen them around, so they may have taken their leave. Although they're dangerous, so you could tell by looking at them. Good luck."
It's fine. We handle dangerous people daily. Thanks.
Rattle just wants to like shrug and like heavy sigh and turn around and be like, "Where's Turnip?"
Where's Turnip?
So he says, "Well, I'm not sure, but good luck, and if you see him, Lathander have you."
And Lathander
Okay,
have
Rattle
you.
just like raises his hand and starts walking.
And also with you. And I just follow Rattle.
Lift up our hearts.
All right, fucking bye. So, all right. Did everyone walk with Rattle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So you walk
I don't want to split
kinda-
the party even further.
Okay.
Yeah.
You walk through the gates of Nick's Landing, and you find yourself in a rather well-built neighborhood. So, people seem to be running shops out of their houses, very Colorado style. And there's a general sense of just quiet and peaceful. The streets are clean, made of light-colored dirt, and the air is cool. The sun is slightly beginning to set in the sky. And the town is being cast in an orange hue. So around the corners and down the street, you hear various conversations and a few people walking together, Rattles tapping on them, saying,
You see
Saying-
this boy.
I forgot what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I just have this drawing. I'm holding it up in front of my face, and I say, "Have you seen me?"
And they're like, "No, so sorry." Most everyone says no. And some people say maybe. There's a lot of elves in this town. So
That's
Uh,
that's racist.
no,
And then
What?
not.
Then Rattle's gonna like
Elvis.
drop the paper,
That's
and he's
Elvis.
gonna say, but only one Kuros Tidehunter.
Okay, well, I hope you find him. And they kind of just continue on their
you.
conversations.
It was
I wanna
the
be-
strange
Just
boy.
I want to be behind Rattle, just kind of like, thank you for everyone who gives Rattle a response.
It's like
Perfect.
pushing through people like,
Oh, thank you. Sorry. He's sorry.
He's so small.
I'm casting bless on him. Like,
what?
So yeah, so
Okay,
you're
we know
pushing
he
through.
took-
You know he took.
we know
what?
he took off north, right, through the town.
yeah.
Yes,
So I
'cause
know
that's
I know
when
which
Galvin saw him.
Yeah. I know what direction he went to.
Okay,
He went to
so
the
that's
wall.
That's the direction
And
I'm
now you're
asking.
in the wall.
And I'm starting to kind of like, I'm getting more and more frustrated, so I'm giving out more and more privileged information. Like I'm starting to use his name, Tidehunter, you know.
Hmm.
Okay. So you push your way through and you're continuing to walk through. You find your way in the market where it's kind of like the center of the little town. And as you can see, it's like a fisherman's market, various sea creatures up and for sale. There are stands with like clams and crawfish and then like other ones. There's one that's run by like a really tall drow that has sharks hanging on hooks, and the air smells fishy. So around
something
the like around the
fishy here.
circle, you're like tapping on people and you say Tidehunter, and one of the people seems to notice that you said Tidehunter.
Do I notice them noticing?
Roll perception.
Say it again. loudly.
Do you notice me noticing you?
7.
Okay, so you're very focused on asking the person right in front of you, and that person says, "No, I'm so sorry," but they look at you and they say, "Where are you from? We don't have any Kenku here."
Rattle just wants to give like kind of a concern and be like, not Rattle, Kuros.
Oh my god.
Well, that person is holding a fish for selling and like hands it to you and says, "Do you like fish?"
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a bird.
Rattle just like puts his hand out.
And they put their hand out.
I put 1 gold on it.
I was really
They
hoping
take
he was
it
going to
and
snatch
trade.
it with his beak.
I thought so
Gulp
too.
it.
Just swallows it whole.
Just eats leaves the hand.
Exactly.
So while this trade off is happening, you begin to hear a commotion, and among one of the groups comes bounding through Crick and Beb with arms full of fish, and a city guard appears to be chasing them.
My
I yell, run!
They see you and they go running through you. They run through the legs of Rav and through the legs of
Can I
Calvin,
trip the guard?
and they speed off. The guard's approaching with great speed. You're tripping? Okay.
I want to help, but mostly I know the Grung are gonna get away. So like,
Is there a broom I could be standing next to that I knock over and like, oh no?
Absolutely. So you knock over a broom. Rav puts out her foot like middle school bully style, and, and the guard goes slamming to the floor. And he gets up. Ah, what is this?
Watch where you
Oh,
go,
so
dude.
sorry, so sorry.
I cast fog cloud on the crowd,
What is happening?
and I let them get away. I want them to get like a huge advantage here. I want to
Okay.
kind of do it inconspicuously because this does kind of go against Galvin's law.
So he turns to you and he says, "What is this?" And you literally just cast fog cloud in his face.
I just
Um,
kind of panic, like, my name is Kuros, and I cast fog cloud.
Okay. So the market is now foggy.
I'm
Great
drunk. That's
job.
my excuse.
So you hear the little clap, 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 clap of the feet running the opposite direction towards the boat,
Yeah.
and you're standing in fog cloud.
I take the hands too. I take Rattle's hand for sure. because I will never find him again. and then I'll nudge everyone else, and I'll go, let's go. And I pick a direction, and then I just go in it.
Okay. I'm not even gonna
Funny
argue.
you say that because my literal next move was to sprint in a random direction.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna lose you forever. So, I'm gonna grab your hand. And Galvin's not ready to experience that kind of heartbreak, so
Great.
Can't lose my boy.
can't lose my boy. So we need to, ironically, I need to find someone with authority and find out where Kuros is.
After you just helped criminals escape.
I don't know where that fog came from. I don't know what you're talking about. I just know I need another spell slot back. And
I'm gonna on the sly high five Chains.
It's like
Jeez.
the low five, like behind the back, you know.
Yeah.
So, while this is
Happening.
happening,
But you weren't
Kuros.
expecting that.
what? We need our ship to
It's
be made.
fine.
I can't have our shipmen being in jail for stealing things they need to eat. I'm just gonna let them have it, And I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Man of God,
Okay.
not a food monger.
High acidic episode.
High acidic episode. So while that commotion is happening, dear God, Kuros, you stand outside the Tidehunter crypt, as evidenced by the large engraving of the last name Tidehunter on the large stone and marble structure. The large double doors of the building are shut. And the guard who escorted you stands and looks at you on the building. He says, the Tidehunters are very well known to Nyx. They saved our city centuries ago from forces of the sea. Cornelius Tidehunter stayed as an elder in our land for years, having passed 2 years ago. This crypt has been created in his honor, and he is buried here along with other Tidehunters. Not all of them.
Well, I appreciate you taking me here, but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed to be. Never mind. Would you mind giving me a moment? It's this is a lot to take in at the moment.
Sure. And he kind of just looks at you and he says, well, tell me about them.
I mean, they were. We weren't a large village. I mean, not small, but nothing like this. Kuros is so like overwhelmed with just. He had like hope that there might be some family alive, and then it's now like kind of dashed, and he's just not all there. He's like trying to answer the question, but like also very distracted by. He very much wants to go in this crypt and see kind of the names inside more than Cornelius, but he just kind of. Would you mind if I take a look inside?
Well, only a Tidehunter can open the crypt.
What do you mean only a Tidehunter can open the crypt?
For preservation of stories or something. Cornelius was all about stories of his people.
I'm going to put my hand on the door to the crypt and kind of try to open it.
Okay. So he puts his hand on your shoulder and he says, I would not recommend going alone. Nyx is a wonderful place, but it also holds many secrets, I am sure. The Tidehunters are none different.
All right. I have some shipmates that could come with me. Would you, if I went and fetched them and brought them here, do you think 4 or 5 of us would be all right to go in there just fine? Would you let us pass?
I mean, at least see if you can open it.
Oh, then I'll push it open, even though he tried to stop me a second ago.
All right. So, as you're touching the handles, you see engravings in the handles, like large stone tablets, and written in Aquan, it says, "Granted only by way of the Tidehunter." And the other handle says, "Not a drop in the ocean, but the entire ocean in a drop."
All right. I will. You said the right one says, the left one says, "Not a drop in the ocean will drop," and the right one says, what again exactly?
So one of them says, "Granted only by the way of the Tidehunter."
Okay.
And the other handle says, "Not a drop in the ocean, but the entire ocean in a drop."
Entire ocean. The entire ocean in a drop. Okay.
And he looks at you and he says, "Do you understand it?"
I understand the language, and I think I know what it means.
Well,
I am going to. God, I guess I'm going to try to force myself to cry, and
You're like an
with
onion.
a tear in my hand, I'm going to reach for the handle and try to open it.
Just kind of poke your eyeball.
Good nose hair.
it opens.
Um,
So the creases, as your tearful hand like touches the words, it kind of begins to glow like a bright purple, and you kind of hear like the door kind of rumbling to as it cracks with like a dull squeak. And you also begin to get a headache as you stand in front of the doors. Like vibrates your eyes as the doors open and blind you with purple light. In Aquan, you begin to hear a familiar female voice. "Cornelia. Look into the sea, and you see your tears, many colors and patterns. As the waves move, the ocean will calm you down as the waves rock you to sleep." Make a wisdom save.
Oh no. Boy, that's very poetic.
11.
So as your headache pinches you in your brain, you feel crackling in your ears as you take 7 psychic damage. You hear the laughter of Cornelia and the crying of a child, all too familiar. You turn to look at the guard, and it's just vibrations, and with less strength than you had before. Tired from fighting the visions, the guard that escorted you to the crypt grabs you by the throat and holds your face close to his. He says in a low growl, "Tidehunters are not heroes in this land, but prisoners. And you will die with your family. Learn the true stories of your people." And he pushes you into the crypt. The last moments you see as the door closing are several sets of glowing eyes that all turn to shadows and melt into the floor as the door closes behind you and you're left in darkness.
Oh boy.
Yet you can see because you have dark vision, but
You can see.
but
It's fine.
You can see, but it's not ideal.
so from across town, the group is continuously trying to find someone who will bring them to Rattle. They do bring them, to bring them to Kuros. And you begin passing through neighborhoods. You're passing a few places on the way. A few may help, may not. You pass, where is it?
Hey Galvin, you look a little older.
Thank you. My silver feathers have come in sooner than I thought. Perhaps I'm
Yeah.
maturing faster than I
Maybe
intended.
it's dealing with us that's aging you.
I think you may be onto something. You have been
Yeah.
stressing me out quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Although this age does not come with wisdom.
However, I feel about as wise as ever. So,
This This conversation is going on, and Rattle is trying to play hardball with like a 7-year-old child about where Kuros
Rattle is a
got it.
child.
is.
Listen here, punk. I know you know what my boy is.
Where is he?
I know you know what my boy is, and you're gonna tell me.
Slaps a table like, come on!
Oh, you guys! Oh my
I had to go wrangle Rattle up. No. Very good,
Know
Rattle.
something! Know something!
And I pick him up. I go, I'm so sorry. I'm so
I give
sorry.
the child the rest of my alcohol in my cup
No.
and just send him on his way.
Playing hardball. Rattle.
He
is
takes
getting
it and says,
visible.
"This smells like what my mom used to bring home," and he just walks off with your flask. Bad.
Next.
So yeah, you guys, you pass a few
That's
stores. That's Nick's. You talk to 7-year-old children, learn that they're in abusive homes.
And then we walk away.
So you pass a few stops. One of them is called Turn the Page, appearing to be a bookstore. Another one, A Man's Burden, appearing to be an armor shop. And then you pass something called Always a Winner in all caps.
I get distracted by all caps.
Perfect.
Did Kuros ever talk to anybody about the new chapter in his book?
Nope.
I don't think so.
No.
All right,
Because
Rattle
that's in,
does not think along those lines at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think.
Lindos is the person who can translate my book.
Yes.
But I recall that he has a book, and I think to go ask someone in the bookshop in
Okay.
case he might be in here.
So
How far
Rav,
have we gone from that bar that he ran out of?
you guys are, if we're looking at the city map, you guys
Yeah.
are at the very large circle in the middle
Yeah.
of the map.
And the bar was on the docks, right?
And the bar was on the docks, yes.
Okay.
So, Rav
Huh?
spoke first. She was distracted by the all caps, always a winner. So as you walk up to the building, it has all sorts of magical bullshit around it, like lights and illusions and whatnot.
Oh,
it's
man.
like it's very Vegas, but like literally everything else around is like just dull and wooden and very dark.
You know that scene in The Office where Dwight is standing there talking to the camera and then Angela shows up behind him? That's me with Rattle.
My God.
Rattle's like, wow, behind her. So there's a large glowing sign. It says always a winner, but you notice there's a little asterisk on the end of winner in all caps. On the door, there's a slot with a paper sign adhered to the door with an arrow that just says 1 gold to enter.
I'm gonna put 1 gold.
So as you
I'm
open the
real
door,
curious.
you hear blaring horns, blah, 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 and tons of bells, all magical sounds. You will look around and you see tons and tons of people just clapping and cheering. A man shouts, "You're the 10,000th person!"
I don't believe any of this.
Yeah.
He comes around the corner and he's holding a large stack of gold. He places it in front of you and all the magic dies off. Like, it's just an empty, quiet room. He says, "Congratulations! Congratulations! Now, want to double those earnings, kid?"
No.
He raises an eyebrow.
You're supposed to. This is the part where you say yes.
Oh, yes.
No, not really.
Not even there.
That's what he wants you to say.
I know.
Boy.
Did the
No,
door
what the-
open enough for all of us to come in, or did it like open and accept Rav and close?
It opened and accepted Rav and closed.
Damn it.
You need to
Change
go
would
ask
see if
Daddy
this
for
was
a
just
coin.
like Kuros.
You're sucked in.
Just getting shoved into holes today.
I feel like Rav got the upper hand here, though, comparatively.
Hers
Yeah,
is
Kuros
just
is like,
offensively loud. Yours is quiet and
Rav is
dark.
like, "Hey, here's some money."
What's the catch?
What's the catch?
Yeah.
There's no catch. There's 100 gold here. We gamble, and you can leave with more.
Hey, look, the last time I tried to like gamble with anybody, they threatened me. So I'm just gonna take this 100 gold and I'm gonna leave. So
Well, that sounds fun. Have a great day. And he
wait.
gives you the stack of 100 gold
So
and
this
all
is
the
fun.
magic picks back up
Oh,
and it's
geez.
just like, oh, winner! Yeah! Like, it's so loud.
Okay,
And
I'm
you-
gonna walk out and I'm gonna give a gold piece to Rattle.
And as you give it to Rattle, it turns to Cole.
This is a lie.
Oh.
So Rattle,
Rattle's just
you
gonna be
see a
like-
shiny, and it's just not.
And now it's Matt.
You know, it's never come up, but this has fucking happened to Rattle before. Okay? So this no longer shiny rock infuriates him, and he wants to try to
Sends him
force,
into a blind rage.
He wants to try to what?
force the door open.
Okay,
Oh.
roll for strength.
Give him a gold coin so we
You
can
just
go
give him a gold
inside.
coin, and now you see him just.
And you do have guidance from our viewers.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
do,
So I
you
can
do.
add a D4.
Yes.
We have several guidance actually.
I'm gonna watch him bust this door.
Or is it guidance or haste?
He has
Guidance.
haste.
He has haste, but that's for battling.
That he also has haste.
I'm gonna
but-
try. I'm gonna try to force this door open a bunch of times in a rapid succession.
You're just gonna
Okay.
burn them, huh?
On
I am
this
not in
door.
disagreement.
My
I think it's
strength- My athletics check was a 14 with guidance.
Okay. So as you smash into the door, it opens, and it's almost as if like you smashed the door right before the magic started. So you walked into like an empty room, and then they noticed you were there, and they were like, "Oh, the 10,000th customer!" And they do the same
Rattles
exact
spirits.
spiel. So you come in, and it's like, boy, 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 but it takes a second to start, and then
Can I like follow him in?
it closes behind him.
Damn it! I'm gonna throw a coin in there again.
It turns into coal as it leaves your hand.
But
And so
Rattle
gotta
he-
go.
spirits are immediately lifted. He's just like, I'm the winner.
His
And
little
then
bird
so
brain.
many-
oh no!
Our
so
boy.
he sees you. He comes around the corner. Same thing. He's got a stack of 100 gold, and he sets it in front of you, and he says, "Congratulations! You want to double those earnings, boy?"
Yes.
Rattle, no!
Yes. He knows the outcome
It's
is
all
like,
right. That's what
I'm
I'm
all-
talking about, kid. He says, "Now," points over to a large pinwheel. "Go spin it, but first, 10 gold deposit. It's double or nothing."
I gotta go find Galvin.
Wait, how is that
Rattle
double?
is going to use the 10 gold from the big stack.
Okay. So
Okay.
he takes it and he leads you to the pinwheel. Roll a d10.
I hope you win something good.
You now have cancer.
Oh no!
So Rattle like hops up as high as he can and just tries to yank it down as hard as he can. I got a 9.
Oh my. All right.
What? Why would you say that? Why would
He
you
said, "I'm sorry, son. You lost." And he kind of like attempts to try to shoo you out.
Rattle resists.
Roll a strength check.
I hope he like just turns his head with this dark bird glare.
He's like
Aw.
resisting the shooing and like squawking angrily, like pecking.
I want to like flash forward a couple episodes. Remember that place
That's
I
a
got?
21.
Oh no!
Oh, well, all right, Ben. So
got destroyed.
you're like pecking at him, and he's just like, "Oh God, okay, son, Jesus." And he's like, "What is it? What is it that you want?" And all the magic dies down around.
Rattle looks around and he just says in Chains' voice, he goes, "To win?
You want to win?
Yes."
All right. Yes. All right. Well, to win, it's a 10 gold deposit.
We're gonna be here a while.
Yeah.
I
Kuros
already
is
gave
like,
you 10
it's-
gold.
You gave me my gold, which is why you lost.
Oh.
I gave you my gold that I won from you.
No, you didn't win it.
You see chains in the window. It was still part of the pot.
It's like
Rattle
Gamble
doesn't
Grove.
understand the pot. He just goes over and spins the wheel again.
Okay, roll a d10.
Kuros is like, it's cold in here.
I think I froze.
You know, I'm fucking here. But
I
it's a
don't know
good
if I
thing I have-
froze.
I
You
may be
froze, but
stuck
you'll
in
come
this
back.
tomb, but it's a good thing I have four really good friends who have my back no matter
You're
what
back now.
and will save me.
Okay.
I
I
spin it again.
spin it again.
No, it's my money, damn it.
It's my
A
money,
three.
and I want it now.
What'd you get?
A 3.
A 3. He pats you on the shoulder, and the door swings
out.
open, and Rav is standing at the door, and he's like, "Come get your friend," to Rav.
I walk in and I'm like, "What'd you do, buddy?"
What'd you do?
Buddy.
Rattle's just trying to spin the wheel over and over and over.
I give him a gold piece and I go, "Let's not talk about this. Come on."
Let's not talk about
Promise
it.
me you won't tell Galvin, son of Rohan and Hannibal Lathander.
Yeah, please do not tell Galvin, son of Rohan, Hannibal Lathander, that we just
Threw
did
away
this.
gold. Yeah.
All right. So while that was happening, Galvin went to turn the page.
Yeah, I go to turn the page, the bookstore, anticipating that Kuros might be in it because he also has a book. I'm
Yes. Kuros can be found in many books.
no, I'm
Maybe
saying
back to full
books.
maybe Galvin's thought process is, oh, he has a book. Maybe something happened to his book. He went to go repair
Maybe
it
he's some
you
sort
ran
of
off.
nerd.
No,
You
yeah,
ran
no.
off.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
so
the way you said it was, I flipped through the book, knowing Kuros has a book, thinking he's in there.
no, I have an intelligence of 2, and I'm like, he has book. Maybe he in book. I
Maybe
look.
he is book.
This
Why
is gonna
use
take a while.
any word
So,
when
yeah.
you do trick?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I go to turn the page.
So you walk in, and you're met by like an older gentleman with a monocle and in a vest, and he's dressed very nicely, and he's up on a ladder going through scrolls. And he sees you come in. He just says, "Welcome. What are you looking for?"
Looking for somebody. Yeah, you haven't seen a sea elf, perhaps.
The one in this book? Just kidding.
It's like a drawing
Yeah,
of
that
like
one.
of your French girl's picture of Kuros.
Or it's a pop-up, and he's like, hey!
In the book.
It's so simple.
So he says, "Well, I've seen lots of elves. They're all in a story here. Which one are you looking for?"
One of Tidehunter, I believe. Does the name ring a bell? I begin
We do
perusing.
Sure. So you're perusing, and he's kind of saying, as you're looking, we do have the history books. Unfortunately, you're my first customer of the day. So you're looking through the books. You see like the Tidehunter Chronicles 1. You see 1001 Ways to Kill a Goblin. You see Beast in the Hat, Druid, Jekyll, and Mr. Hyena.
You just were waiting for someone to come.
Yeah,
in
you were.
Of Mice and Mimics.
Go ahead, we'll let you finish.
Yeah,
Do you want to hear them all?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of them.
Guys, and the Seven Dwarves.
There's Interview with a Vampire, an actual interview with an actual vampire. Jane Eyre Genasi.
No.
Ordinary Beasts and
No.
How to Avoid Them. The Evils of Cheap Magic.
Ordinary beast and how to avoid them.
And then there's The Grapes of Shavarash. That's about it.
Holy shit, the beast one killed me. Wow, that's funny.
I just see Galvin saying, "I'll take 8."
Let me tell you, as somebody who graduated with degree in English, I approve every single one of those.
I imagine the book is like, so this is what a hyena looks like. So what you're gonna want to do is what you
That
gonna,
exact like cadence in the voice.
exactly. You don't want to have any meat on you. Like you don't.
So you're looking, you do see the Chronicles of Tidehunter versus the Chronicles of Riddick. Chronicles of Tidehunter 1, 2, and 3, and what's that scary movie that they had? Dark Place? I don't know what it is. But anyway, so you see all the Tidehunter books. And you're the only one in the store.
That broke me. All right. So the Tidehunter Chronicles, was that a joke or was that real?
You see the Tidehunter Chronicles. Yes, there's 3 of them.
I can't tell how jokey that is, but I'm
It's-
going to take it seriously as a
Like
character.
the Chronicles of Narnia.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I know part of it's a pun joke, but part of it's got his name in it, and I'm looking for a Tidehunter. So
Perfect.
I go through and start perusing for any clues that may link the Tidehunter name to where we are currently, as it's kind of peculiar to find a book with my comrade in it.
Sure.
There he is
So,
on the page.
I found him. We're done.
you just carry the picture around with you for the rest of the campaign. Sorry, Dylan.
Bye, Dylan.
So what do you
Go get him,
think?
Kuros. Throws picture.
Heroes, I choose you.
So actually, it's written in Aquan. So you
crap.
recognize that it is Aquan because
Okay.
you've been around Kuros,
I see.
but you can't read the book.
I buy all three.
Perfect. It is.
How much?
He looks and says 21 copper.
21
I swear, if you
copper.
come to me and go, "Can you read this?" I'm gonna slap you.
I will buy that, and thinking that it'll be a great gift for my good friend Kuros.
He's gonna be like, I already have it here.
I have
already
the
have it.
original publishing.
I'm sure he'll think it's interesting.
And he says, well, I hope you find your friends.
I as well. And
Can I interest you in some parchment?
parchment.
How about an ink pen?
You are very nice. However,
What about a
I have-
spell scroll?
a spell scroll. See, now you have got my attention.
I know I'm in a hurry, but spell scroll. Let's go
That's
back to
interesting. See, I like the ink, but I have ink. I have parchment, but I don't have are spell scrolls. So what kind of, do you have spells pre-prepared, or do you make them on spot?
Well, there's a shipment that comes in from the Thieves Syndicate so that they can have all the books that they want, and we just sell their spells.
Is working with the Thieves Syndicate standard around these parts?
I would say so.
So if I were to ask you where they were, how to meet them, where would I go?
They're in the city of Nyx, which is across the mountains.
The city of Nyx. That is vague enough to work. Thank you.
It's not that vague. This is Nyx Landing. About 2 days' travel, you'll hit Nyx.
I see. My apologies.
How rude.
Well,
You.
wait, it's like saying, hey, you know Dylan from Fateful Encounters? Well, go to Texas. and yeah, that's where you'll find him. Good luck.
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right.
So anyway, spell scrolls, do they come pre-prepared, or do you have a selection I could pick from?
What are you looking for?
Well, you brought up spell scrolls.
What do you got in mind, kiddo?
Uh,
I
how
mean, you
about-
look older. Not that I know what you looked like before.
You look 2 years
but-
older.
well, given our certain
Look like you aged
circumstance,
recently.
I look like I aged recently. That's a very astute eye of yours. I've been very stressed.
There, you did it
recently.
again.
How about a spell that would find something I am, or somebody that I have lost?
That's thinking.
Rattle's
with your
eyes
noggin.
get really big.
Rattle, you're not in here.
He's a
Rattle
genius.
has
right, that's
Rattle
right,
is
that's
next
right.
to me, and I go, ah, fuck.
I forgot I was still doing my bullshit.
But yeah, I ask like I have, a spell that could help me find somebody or something would be immensely helpful in my particular circumstance.
What level is Scry?
That's a good question, because Scry is exactly what I'm at looking
I was
for
just
here.
thinking, like, you're a cleric. You probably have
Fifth
access
level.
to scry yourself.
Okay.
Guys,
What?
He
Rattle
says-
has that scroll.
So he says, I do in fact have what you're looking for. That'll be 7,500 gold.
7,500 gold. I see.
a lot of
I
gold.
see. I have 10.
You can't
this
even get a
do?
cantrip, my boy.
What if I told you? What if I gave you the biggest IOU from the Church of Lathander?
No.
It's fine. Your shop sucks, and I'm gonna leave. I'm just kidding. I don't say that. I don't say
Have
that.
fun with your Chronicles of Tidehunter.
I see. I will have fun with my Chronicles of Tidehunter. You had a good day.
Oh, this is a really good chapter. I sure am having a good time.
I will
I
trade
hope it's
you.
an allegory for Christianity.
Wow, this is so fucking entertaining. Jeez.
I love the
Santa Claus
pictures.
coming back. Looks like it's Christmas in Tidehunter Town.
Too
So
bad I
he's walking
can't read
out
this.
angrily. He meets up with everyone outside.
Yeah.
Rav takes Rattle. Chains, did you do anything during this time? Besides look
I
in the
was-
window and
'Cause there's also-
judge the gambling?
Yeah, I was
There was
with,
one more shop.
Revving them. I wanted to.
There's one more shop if you
I
wanted
wanted to,
It's a weapon
while
shop.
kind of, while Galvin was inside, I wanted to talk to Rav.
Yes.
Rav, you were with Kuros in the bar when he ran out. Do you know who he talked to? What made him run away?
Yeah, this really hot bartender.
Perhaps we
uh,
should talk to her to find out where he may have gone.
Oh, I was listening.
Oh, then you were listening. Tell me what you've heard.
She liked his ears. And he was like, I'm Kono's Tidehunter.
Oh,
And
Keep in mind, Rav was blasted at this time, so it's
she-
amazing
this
she
is
remembers
exactly
this.
how she's telling me this, and I am just like, okay.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
It's amazing we trust you in combat.
And she goes, oh, are you related to the Tidehunters in this area? And he got all weird. And she said there was a Tidehunter at the edge of town. I don't know. That's all I got. I don't want to walk back there.
It's amazing we trust you in combat. Because don't worry,
Do you see how many teeth are on her necklace? I would trust
Yeah.
you with my life.
I would trust you.
Which town did they mention?
This one,
Just okay.
I don't remember what she said. Like literally, I don't remember. So this is perfect.
This is acceptable.
I like Rav's drunk memory is like Ashley's IRL memory.
I play to my strengths, and my memory ain't one of them.
That's great.
I'm loving this. 100%. This is wonderful.
Yes. So
Imagine having a party of baboons trying to find you, and this is pretty much it.
it's going well.
Do you trust us? Because
Oh, Kuros does. Dylan's worried, but also having a good time watching you guys try to find him.
Yeah. So
Rattle
you guys
is
come out.
pouting out in the street.
So as you guys come out of your respective areas, this would be about the time that Kuros opened the door of the crypt.
Oh, okay.
And Rattle, what does your planar warrior thing say? Like, what is your?
I can detect a portal to another plane.
Okay, just in general.
Is it an active ability or is it like a passive? Like,
Yeah, is it like something that happens all the
No,
time?
it's like something I select to use. It's once per short rest. I can
Like a
detect the distance and direction to the closest planar portal within a mile.
Okay.
Decent.
So
But
I knew exactly what Jen was thinking.
but Rattle, would he see Galvin coming out of the bookstore?
yes.
Rattle just kind of wants to like turn his head and be like, "Why bookstore?"
Well, I'm looking for Kuros. He has a book and he ran off. I thought maybe he needed repairs on his sacred book. It's as good a guess as any.
Rattle wants to kind of like think for a moment, gets distracted, thinks again for a moment, and then lifts a finger and starts digging through his pack like quickly. And he's like, I just imagine like it's like a SpongeBob scene where he's like pulls out an anchor and like
Yes.
eggs or dice,
We
all
start-
this kind of stuff.
I start recognizing things that I've lost in the past couple weeks.
But they are all things that are shiny. That's the one thing
That's
they all
where
have.
the anchor went.
We needed that anchor, Rattle.
Fit in there, Rattle.
That would have saved us that crash landing.
Pull out like a
But then
gold statue of
He pulls out a scroll and he hands to Galvin a scroll of scrying.
Are you fucking serious?
Yes. Oh,
Where?
I
wait,
got it
we-
in the original Merkle hideout.
We We've been looking for
He
something.
pulls it out and looks at Gal and is like, and just says, "Now promise you won't be mad."
Promise you won't be mad.
And like the sweetest voice he like actually has.
Like, please don't be mad at me.
Promise you won't be mad.
He does kind of that little like hop away with his like side to you.
I take it. Just thank you, Rattle, for your help.
He does like a really deep bow and then goes, "You're welcome."
You're welcome. And he keeps backing away. Just kind of like out
like-
of. All right.
Sweeping things back into his ruck.
I want to. I want to look into the window of the weapon shop and see if how many people are in there in case I can cast this in there.
In the weapon shop?
I don't know. Because we're out in the open right now. I want to cast a spell that's going to get attention.
Yeah, so you look into a man's burden and you see just one guy sitting at a desk and he's like hunched over.
I'll go in there and ask if they got any fists.
You got any fists? You want to catch these hands?
We have not much time to spare. And I open the door to let everyone in real quick so we can cast this spell.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Shuffling.
Gesturing to the man.
Yeah, so
Hi.
yeah, you walk up. It's a 2-story shop. It's really run down. The wood panel is peeling. It looks like there's cheap paint thrown over the top of it to like imitate a nicely made building. And on the window, on the second floor, it just like the sign is just like hanging on hinges. Clearly not a lot of money spent on the building. So as you walk in, you're met by the very old human man. He has crazy white hair, piercing gray eyes, clearly cataracts, can't even see you.
Perfect.
He has
Perfect.
he has a lit pipe hanging from his mouth with a steady stream of smoke coming from it, and he has a ferret wrapped around his neck like a scarf.
Amazing.
And he's smiling as you see he has a bunch of missing teeth. He says, "Come to see my blueprints."
Yes, I'm sure.
Yes.
I'm sure.
What's your
Of
ferret's
course.
name?
What are we doing?
My ferret's name. You don't know who I am?
No.
It's Snickles. It's on the wall.
I want to know. Can you show?
Because I'm Zerka Bahir,
Well,
Is
the
Zer-
famous blueprint pirate.
Zoom tight.
Blue.
bless you. Little Danner, bless you.
Blueprints, huh?
I gesture to Rav. This guy has a long title.
I just look at Galvin and I'm like,
What a nerd.
What a nerd. Sir, can you have you ever seen magic before?
Have I seen magic?
"Fine, Galvin."
Perfect. And I cast scrying with the scroll to find Kuros.
Perfect.
front of him,
okay,
yeah.
so
He starts laughing. Perfect.
he's laughing in the middle of his laugh. You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. Dylan.
If it's willing.
What kind of saving throw?
Yes.
Can I
Willing.
choose to fail it?
You can choose to fail it,
Choose
yes.
to fail it.
Which is modified by how well you're known. So if you choose to fail, all right. So
Wait, he chooses to
Um,
fail?
you choose to
Yeah. I'm not gonna resist being found by you guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Resisting is your wisdom saving throw, like if you don't want to be found.
All right. So the spell creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor
Am I
as
on
if
the
you
same
are
page?
there. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet of the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb. Okay. So you basically tagged him. And
yeah, so we can see him.
yes, so you can see him.
distance.
You see that he is on the floor in agonizing pain, on the floor of somewhere, a crypt.
That's fine.
This
Am I
I-
on the same plane of existence though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I look around the room quickly to see if this man sells anything that could possibly help us with where we're about to
y'all
go.
got any crowbars?
You look around quickly. You see arrows with flaming tips, and you see a wave bow, and you see active camo armor, and you see a bladed shield. You see the wand of many orbs. You
Holy
see
crap.
a hammer. You see an umbrella, a spear,
Place.
and an axe. And then you don't see anything that you think would actually actively help you.
You don't see anything that would actively help us. Just other things.
Just items.
Okay. If nothing here catches our eye, we should go now.
If we don't see anything that we really, really want to buy right
Yeah, exactly.
now, we gotta save our friend.
I know Kuros needs our help, but if you really have your heart set on something,
I've
Or
noticed
even
the
if you're
sword
just
is on
like
marked
thinking about
half
it, like,
off.
you know, I could really use a new thing, but I mean, is it worth it? I
Do
don't
you have
know.
a clearance section?
He looks at you. Well, he kind of looks at you.
Kinda.
He looks around like his relatively empty shop. He says, well, business has been slow for at least 5 years or so, but here you are.
How are you?
5 years, Jesus Christ.
How are you still here?
Well, I am trying.
You're doing a good job.
Doing God's work.
Thank you.
Is Galvin the only one that can see Kuros using the spell, or can
Yes.
we all see it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Galvin's the only one who can see it.
and I explained that he is, I see where he is, and he needs our help this very moment.
Okay, we'll be back to peruse your wares. We have to go help our friend. I want to give him a gold coin. Just let's go.
Our friend's life is in danger, but I will be back to look at your stuff. So
I want to pet your ferret when I come back. Bye.
Don't sell anything. We'll be back.
your ferret.
And he's like, not a problem.
Still
He
don't know that
says,
ferret's name.
he takes the gold coin and he kind of like flips it between his fingers, and he's like, well, if you find any blueprints around, bring them to me. And it like
Okay.
fades away as you're walking away. So,
last session, we Kuros found out that he might have family in this town. One of the elders is here, I guess. So he beelined for that. A guard at the gate stopped him and was like, "Whoa, buddy, what's going on?" He's like, "Hey, I'm family." So he took him to the Tidehunter Crypt. Seemed they were all dead. Kuros read the inscription in Aquan, which said, "I'm gonna butcher this, but it was like, not the entire ocean, but the entire ocean in one drop, and only a Tidehunter can." Whatever. I had to cry and then use the tears on my hand to open the door, and it worked. But then the guy was like, "Tidehunters aren't heroes here. I'll fucking kill you," and shoved me into this place and locked the door behind me. Meanwhile, my friend, who were looking for me, got distracted at the potion seller shop by a tiefling who was edgy. And then they started putting around, or Rattle made a drawing of me asking random people if they've seen me, and then interrogating a small child. Galvin went into a bookstore thinking Kuros has a book. Maybe he's in here. And asked about spell scrolls that he had. He's like, spell scroll of scrying was 750 gold. And he's like, well, I got 10. So how about 5? And that didn't happen. After leaving, Rattle was like, "Promise you won't be mad," and he pulled out his scroll of scrying that we got from the last dungeon that we went into with the followers of Merkel. Demi-plane, sorry, not a dungeon. And so Galvin scryed on me in the weapon shop for some reason that didn't have any business in 5 years, which was fun.
I don't know how he keeps his overhead. Like,
You know,
what's
that's kind of what we were all thinking. So, after casting scry, he saw me in a crypt and kind of knew-ish where I was and was like, "Okay, is there anything in this shop we want to get? You get your shopping done now because we got to go save our boy. He's in trouble. But get your shopping done now."
We have to
like a
go.
wine mom.
Kind of. Galvin's kind of the white mom of the group.
Oh, someone's got to be.
Absolutely.
It's true.
my gosh.
Am I forgetting anything else?
I got you a gift.
Me and Rattle gambled and did
That's
poorly.
right. Rav put in a gold coin outside this sketchy door that she was the 1,000th winner, and she just had to give him the last 4 digits of her credit card and the 3 numbers on the back.
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, I'll just take what I've already won." And then it turned out it wasn't
was
gold. It was
lies.
gold. So Rattle tried it and went in and was like, "Oh, I'm a winner." and then absolutely for the double down on this and lost.
Surprise.
Surprise. To which you guys just kind of dipped out of there, but was like, "We'll be back. This isn't over."
And Jen was like, "Okay, roll a d12. You lose. So what'd you get?" Like,
Oh, we also committed a crime.
That's right. Our little frog guys. No, we didn't. Our frog boys stole some
don't-
fish.
yeah, and I don't know how they
And
got
we're
away.
running from the guards. I imagined a very Aladdin one jump ahead of the
Yeah.
bread line situation. And then
What up?
Galvin was
Galvin aided and abetted.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
guards. Galvin cast fog cloud, and our boys escaped.
I tripped.
I don't know where that fog came from.
So
I take zero responsibility.
I personally am loving that. While I first was having this very personal reaction, like my family's here, they're like, "Hey, you know that this tiefling guy? I know we're looking for Kuros. He ran off. It was very out of character, but this tiefling guy, talk to him."
Talk to him.
And then Galvin's like, "Kuros is in trouble. The scrying spell has told me. Hey, you want to get some shopping done?" So
I said make it quick, okay? I don't know what you want from me.
I am as Dylan, the player, is living for the bumblingness of all this. It's fucking great.
Well,
That big because we ain't done yet.
We ain't done shopping yet, boy. And that's where we are now. We
Perfect.
are on our way out of the shop, though. Rav
Yes.
I
flipped the guy a
promise, you
coin,
are.
and we're bolting out. Galvin is kind of like doing that thing you see like in anime, where I can't believe I just said that, but like where
you
he's kind of
Naruto
running
running?
down. His feet are like gliding along the cobblestone path, but his wings are kind of taking him.
man.
Your nerd is showing.
No, I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons, and my nerd is showing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Toast in your
We're
mouth.
losing all our fans.
So you guys walk out of the shop, having just scryed on Kuros, seeing that he is inside a building somewhere. Rattle will go ahead and have you roll an Arcana check.
Okie doke. That's a thing that I can do with a
Yes, it is.
19.
The 19.
Job,
So you begin feeling like a shift in the eastern side of town. And it has very similar feelings to the portal opening when you were in the orphanage that led to the Follower's Den.
Oh.
So I'm picture Rattle just kind of like forced hand holding with Galvin because he's been in trouble lately.
Yes.
And all of a sudden it just like his eyes like snap white and he just cocks his head 90 degrees, opens his mouth, and there's like static, like like a radar to Kuros, he thinks made.
That's what he was
That's a
doing
legal
before. Perfect.
And he just wants to like stop dead in his tracks like ragdoll limp.
And you yank me. You pull me midair.
He weighs like 90 pounds. Just drag him. Oh, wait, you're a dex build.
He's a dex build, baby.
Yep. And I'm gonna like kind of snap out of it real quick, and then point to my little handmade drawing of Kuros, and then snap back into it and like that direction.
Perfect. So, do we follow Rattle?
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Right.
as you head through the winding neighborhoods, you pass a shop called the Weather Station and another shop called the Lotto Grotto.
More
and-
gambling, you say?
Yeah.
The group continues unless you stop.
For more
No.
Rattle considers it.
Group continues. Rattle continues. With,
I did win 100 shinies. I could- yeah.
you make it to the cemetery where move you guys where Rattle was sensing the shift in the matrix. The sun is setting a bit more, the moon is beginning to rise on the other side of the sky, and as you walk into the area, you're immediately met by 3 hooded figures walking away from the large crypt down the pathway. The crypt is glowing at the windows and doors a bright purple behind where they're walking from, and the hooded members walk up immediately to the group and says, "Who goes there?"
And I go, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, James is
back.
gonna answer the shadow.
The shadow.
Is that because they're shadows labeled on the map?
No, it's because I was
Okay.
told that the Merkel group is called the Shadow here.
Yeah.
That's right.
Are you looking to initiate?
Yes.
Yay.
I'm like trying to hide the Lathander symbols that are littered on my robe.
I
All
put
the
my
lining-
hands on
Every
them.
lining is just like the symbol of Lathander all the way down, and you're like folding it in,
Yeah, exactly. Just like,
rolling up your sleeves and shit.
Roll for deception.
oh lord.
Okay.
I hope you're good at this.
I hope so too. I can't remember.
As a pirate, I'd hope so.
am.
Good.
Thank the good green wolf.
As a rogue, you should be.
Yeah.
I got an 18.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
So they look at you up and
Yeah,
down,
no.
and they say, "No one gets past the shadow without us already knowing about it."
I hold
Why'd
back
you
any snark
ask?
I want to say. Is this a trick?
Explain the rest of your party.
Yeah, explain us.
Well, this one, he used to be a goody two-shoes, but I broke him a real good. The other one is his man-child, and then I have this drunk who follows me as well. It would be great recruits for the Shadow.
Rattles like tried to lead all nonchalant on a headstone.
Like trying to look cool. The man-child.
Oh my gosh.
I broke one, the man-child, and the third's a drunk. So
So you have no choice.
So he looks at Chains.
The man-child thing
Roll one
kills
more
me.
deception check.
I want to make myself appear even more drunker than I actually am.
Did you say his man-child?
I love it. Don't question. Don't act like it's not funny.
Don't act like it's not
You got
true.
a 15.
Okay, so he looks at you and says, "Bit distracting for a shadow."
Sometimes you need a distraction if you are
And
going.
he pulls out a dagger.
Well, hey, friend. It's not like that.
It's not like that. Meanwhile, Kuros.
Point belatedly, he's got a knife.
So meanwhile, Kuros, on the inside of the door, you stand and you can see walls near you at the entrance that have large engravings on the wall, very similar to the stories and things that you see in your book. Rav has a health potion.
Thanks.
And the book itself in your hands begins to glow a deep purple to match the walls. You begin to hear the voice of your elder speaking so clearly into your ears that it sounds like it's right in front of you. And it says, "Kuros."
Is it a whisper? Or is it like? I imagine it's a whisper.
It's a whisper.
Okay.
"Kuros." Calling out to you.
Who's there?
You begin to feel that headache again. "Kuros." Seems to be coming from behind a door to the left.
I'm gonna take out my book.
It's glowing purple, and all the words seem to kind of just be glowing out and illuminating the room.
So, using, I guess, this glowiness of my book, and I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but it's glowing the same color, so I'm gonna be having my book out, and I'm gonna just head down that left hallway.
Okay, yeah. So as you're walking down, you do see that it splits into a fork, but you hear the "Kuros" coming from the left hall. And let me open up.
Can I move my guy? I can. Left hall. Let's go.
Perfect. So you stand in front of a door, and the door has a large engraving of a shark skull.
Ooh.
I'm going to look to my left shoulder. My right shoulder. That's the one with the shark head. I had to think for a second. And is it look any different? Does it look the same as it always has?
It appears to have glowing purple eyes.
I'm going to close my book, put my hand on the shark head, and put my hand on the shark skull.
Nothing seems to happen.
Are there any stories in my book that deal with sharks being decapitated or shark heads in particular or anything?
You tell me.
Ooh.
Look, I may have written a lot of stuff for Kuros's like culture, but I didn't write any folk stories. I'm sorry.
I would say yes.
Okay. I'm going to find that story in the book.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's a great illustration. And I'm going to. Is the illustration glowing?
It is.
Uh,
So if you flip to the page, you see a shark being hung upside down from a fisherman. And as you flip to that page, the skull on the door begins to glow as well.
I would like to read that story out loud.
Perfect. So you read about how your people had been shark wranglers, but were like competition sharking people.
Like a
And
rodeo?
no,
Like a shark rodeo?
wranglers.
Want to know where I got this belt buckle? Shark rodeo.
Yeehaw!
Well, we're
Perfect.
underwater, so it sounds more like.
So you read your story out loud about your people
rodeo.
and
About shark
their
rodeo.
closeness to sharks and possible shark rodeo, and the door clicks open.
Okay. And I will continue on.
All right, so the skull engraving glows brighter as the door creaks open, and you begin to feel the headache getting stronger. In your head, you hear the laughter of Cornelia filling your ears painfully. Inside the room, you see 3 coffins.
She is rude.
Boop, 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 boop.
As the headache gets worse, I'm going to unconsciously reach for my scimitars, but not grab my scimitars. Grab the golden scimitar, which I have sheathed on my back with my dual scimitars.
All right, perfect. So you grab your golden scimitar, and inside the room, you see 3 coffins to the left and a large chest on the right. In front of the coffins stand familiar members of your tribe, whoever those close people may be. Tell me who they are.
Do I need to tell you who they are?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They are the I'm pulling up my backstory. It is Ymir, and actually, it's not Ymir. It's oh my god, I buried it in this text. I gotta find it.
Rip.
I know, rip for sure. It is. Oh my god, they're so deep in here. Karis, Elator, and Alwyn.
Perfect. So you see them 3. They're in a very ghostly, just continuous bouts of smoke. But you can recognize their faces as they are at the top of the smoke and they're facing you. They look at you and your book begins to glow again as if the stories from your book are casting images out in front of you.
What images is it casting out?
They seem to be around a campfire. and you can hear music playing as if the old days of the storytelling to the children is happening.
I'm going to look around the rest of this crypt, and I don't, in my own sight of this, I don't see a crypt. I see the upturned hull of what my people called the galley, which was our gathering place for general feasting and storytelling. It was where the children were taught, where the cooking was done. It was a very communal area where all of this would have taken place anyway. I'm going to grip both my book and the sword tighter unconsciously.
Okay. So, as you're seeing these walls change into something more familiar, your head kind of begins to throb as your visions fade in and out, but you are still seeing clearly your family members of the past, and you hear again in your head, Kuros. You can do it, Kuros.
Do I feel like it's coming from anywhere in particular?
Right in front of your face.
I'm going to go up to the casket, or the what are they called when it's just a big stone tomb? Tomb? I don't know.
Sarcophagus.
That's the word. Thank you. I'm going to go up to the sarcophagus, and I'm gonna read the name, and it's this one is the one for Alwyn, who was Ymor's second, I guess, in command. And I'm gonna like put my hand on the name and just, I don't know if I am.
And you hear the word as you touch the nameplate. Your kind of like vision moves with your hand away, and you're met with a skeleton, and you hear the word, "It's an illusion." And you immediately hear a smack coming out of the tomb, and one of the skeletons in the room hits you and you no longer see any markings on the wall. It snaps you completely out of it. Your book is no longer lit up. Your ghostly tribe members that were standing before are all regular skeletons. And you look down into your hand, and all you see is your golden scimitar. Everyone inside and outside, roll for initiative.
Oh no!
Illusions, Michael. Tricks are what whores do for money.
Oh my god! 15 Galvin got. Ash, come on now. But you're right. So 15.
I got a 19.
I got a 9.
Why'd you say my name?
I like saying your name.
Okay.
Kuros, what'd you get?
Synthetic 20.
Rattle.
16.
Okay.
About to suck to be a skelly dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Kuros is in a bad place mentally. We'll see how this goes.
Use that feel-good knife.
I don't know. You're gonna get like a crit and get like 7,000 damage. So
Maybe. I mean, who knows if my heroic spirit will help me right now.
Are you depressed?
I'm not feeling too heroic right now.
Feeling too heroic. Feeling sad.
I enjoy the
Rattles out
interaction
here
I had
feeling
with those guys
sassy.
outside.
He pulls out a knife. Whoa!
All right.
Okay.
You gonna threaten this man-child?
And Rattle.
Roll for initiative.
oh shit, that's
So
right.
that brings us to Kuros.
So the book is not in my hands anymore?
It's just not glowing. It's in your hands.
Okay, gotcha. So I am going to clutch the book close to my chest and like hold my golden scimitar in front of me defensively. And this is the first moment that I realize that I have the golden scimitar, not my inherited scimitars. And I'm actually just going to take my turn to just kind of like I'm gonna back away from skeleton number 1 over here,
Okay.
taking the disengage action, and but it looks very much like I'm just stepping back, like, trying to get away from them.
Okay, perfect. So you just take your action to move out of the way, and that's it.
That's it. That's all I do.
Okay, skeleton number
My
1.
chest.
Skeleton number 1 comes out with a short sword and comes towards you to swing. He only gets a 12,
Does not
so
hit.
does not hit.
Nope.
All right, and that brings us outside in the graveyard. And so, to Rav.
That's me.
Go take their teeth.
Okay.
Sick 'em.
I'm gonna run up to number 2.
Okay, so you run to shadow number 2.
Yeah. And I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Do it.
Punch it.
I punch him. 16.
You hit.
Take his teeth. Buttercup. I couldn't think of a rhyme.
That's 4 damage, and then my
Sweet cheeks.
sweet
Ooh,
cheeks.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
And then my bonus action. That's 23 to hit.
You hit. Oh my.
5 damage, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna burn a key point for some flurry of blows.
Do it.
It's 22.
You hit.
That's 5.
Damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Another 22.
Oh my god, you're punching the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Take his teeth, sweet cheeks.
And then 4 damage.
Perfect. Okay, was that your turn?
Yeah.
And your bonus actions?
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god,
Are
Rattle.
you finally done?
Oh, Rattle heard this man-child comment and basically just goes Super Saiyan, just like boom.
And
Like,
this to go
like-
even further beyond.
And attacks chains.
Has gold feathers now.
He has gold feathers and just starts trying to pluck them off himself.
But with his haste, he's going to be a speedy boy and get all the way over here, and he wants to get up on top of this headstone to get kind of like an elevated position.
Okay.
And then he's gonna hasty boy attack all 3 of these with sharpshooter. So I'm gonna attack shadow number 1 first. That's a 19 to hit.
You hit.
And then I'm gonna invoke planar warrior. 23 damage.
Oh my god.
Oh lord.
And this was
Just
to number 2? Or all 3 of them?
That was shadow number 1.
Okay, perfect.
And then I'm
22
gonna
damage.
Yep.
Oh my god.
23 damage.
So he takes that and is basically on fire.
Now with second attack, I'm gonna slide the bow over to shadow number 3. And 17 to hit.
You hit.
All right. I can't use my bonus action again, so this one's just gonna be 17 damage.
All right. Same person?
So I've attacked 1 and 3. Now I'm gonna attack 2.
Are
Okay.
you done? No.
You little boy breaker.
Good old haste, right?
Oh, that's right. You have haste.
Yeah.
he's doing it.
It's like
That's
he
only an 8 though with sharpshooter, so I'm gonna
just
assume that
did
one
a bunch
misses.
of
You
bird
missed.
cocaine, and now he's super
Bird cocaine.
Rattle's just sitting on the headstone vibrating.
I just realized that's not why
he
you
had coffee for the first time in his life.
I love flavoring.
That brings us to
Oh, no,
Galvin.
Joe. Okay. He takes his staff and says, "I'll show you, goody two shoes," and casts bless on the 3 comrades I have with me:
Okay.
Rattle, Bird in Chains, and Rav.
Perfect.
So each of
And-
you guys get a a D4 added to your attack and saving throws.
Sweet.
Nice.
And that's my full turn.
Okay, perfect. And that brings us to shadow number 1. Sorry, the shadow. They are not shadows for our viewers. And so he takes out a. Ooh, actually. He uses inflict wounds. So he makes his charge toward Rav.
Ah.
Mistake.
Yes.
Oh, you think you're getting in melee range with me? Well, yeah, I'm getting in melee range with you.
And he casts inflict wounds, and that gives you let me hit you. Try to hit you. Hold on. Oh my goodness. A 19 before adding anything. I think I hit you.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that's a 3d10 necrotic.
Come on, 3 damage.
Mm-hmm. 5, 4, 2, and then plus 2. So I said 5, 4, 2 plus 2. That's
13.
13 damage.
To rattle?
So to Rav.
To Rav.
Oh, that hurt.
To Rav. And that brings us to shadow number 2, who turns to Rattle and throws some daggers. Oh, moved in too far.
Block
All right. 16?
That's my AC exactly with haste.
Perfect. He hits. And that gets you 5 piercing damage. And then he comes back again with another one. 14. Misses. Okay, so that takes us to shadow number 3, who also charges Rav with an inflict wounds because he sees his friend coming at you. He
Is his name
misses.
Cleopatra?
He misses. So that brings us to Chains.
So Chains still acting as leadership here because it's funny to him.
It is funny.
He walks over to the shadow. Let's say shadow number 3.
Yeah.
He looks at him right before the attack and says, You should have just trusted me.
You done fucked up.
You could have trusted me and lived. Now you didn't trust me and are going to, and will soon be dead.
Fucked up now.
All right, I rolled a 17 for my rapier. I'm gonna assume that's probably
You
gonna
just
be a
say
hit.
that
It
and
is.
just slowly stab him.
just
I don't have a slow stabbing sound effect, but I'd love it.
It's just a guy moaning like,
This is a long turn.
What's the damage?
Damage is six. I don't
6
think I-
damage
I don't
with
think
a
I get my sneak attack because he's
with
got
a
buddies near him.
slow rapier. No, you don't get a sneak
A
attack on that.
slow rapier.
And that's to number 3.
Yes.
Perfect. He takes it like a man, and that brings us back inside with the skeletons and Kuros. Skeleton number 2. He takes his short bow, backs up to the wall, and let's see if he gets disadvantage. He gets disadvantage. He's gonna shoot you. He misses with a 3. And skeleton number 3 is going to come up with his short sword with a 17.
That does hit.
All right. Dun, dun, dun. 6 damage. And that takes us to Kuros.
So Kuros, kind of in a very not normal Kuros way, he's ducking and like kind of cowering, takes a sword slash to the like side, is going to, books still clenched right to the chest, kind of like hunch over, like almost in a fetal position, still standing, but like fetal pretty much.
Okay.
And a spirit is going to, no one's around to see this, but I'm going to describe it anyway. Kuros doesn't know this is happening either. A larger sea elf looking golden spirit kind of comes up and wraps his arms around him almost in an embrace, and I'm going to cast protection from evil and good on myself.
Hell yeah.
And
Can you read that to me?
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures. Aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiend, and undead. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those type have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
Cool, so I get disadvantage.
Wow.
Well, I could try, but
I
No,
captured
no.
it. I got disadvantage on all my checks. I see. I got it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm cool.
all right.
It is watching out for Kuros.
That is awesome. And they are. They're out of the book. And you are in a captured, what appears to be, from what you've heard so far, potentially a prison
Oh.
for Tidehunters. So, number one comes at you with disadvantage. 15?
Nope.
Misses. So,
I
Texas.
keep like very cowardly, like ducking and hiding and like scrambling or under and around like weapons and like crawling under the skeletons like legs and shit. Like I'm really
not
Out of your
corrosive.
face,
Out of
yeah.
it. Okay, that brings us back outside with Rav.
I'm mad.
Fuck them up.
I'm mad.
take their teeth, sweet cheeks.
I'm
I just
mad.
imagine Rav like grabbing them by their mouth and just removing their teeth like
Give me your
dentures.
fucking teeth. Why did
Like
you
a cartoon.
I be a doctor.
Just horrified as they lose their teeth.
Right.
Which one hurt me? Shadow 3? Or Shadow 1?
Yes, number 3.
Alright,
And 1.
punch him in the jaw. It's a
I'm going to punch
19.
him in the jaw. 19, you hit.
That's 4. Then I'm gonna use my bonus action, and I dropped my dice. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh,
What'd you get on the floor? What'd you get on the floor?
It was a 13 and then plus 4.
17.
Yeah, 17.
To hit
In my games, the floor roll counts.
your
They do?
games.
In my games, I'm not saying it does here, but
I'm just joking. It counts.
6.
6 damage. What was the first damage? Was it 5? 4? 4 and then 6?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And then
All right.
17.
So as you punch him, he's just starting to like pour blood out of his mouth.
Good. And I'm gonna burn a key point. I'm gonna flurry of blows him because he made
Do
me
it.
mad. That's 17. That is 4 damage. And then
4 damage.
11. Which I don't
So
think-
you missed the second one.
Yeah.
Perfect. So he's not doing too good. He's kind of puking up blood all over your hands because you're just punching the crap out of him. And that brings us to Rattle in haste.
Haste, kill him! Kill him!
this coffee's amazing!
So Rattle like dodged one of the daggers and just got like thwacked with the second one. So he's just gonna like eyes lock with the guy that threw the dagger. Bonus action, hunters mark him, and then first attack with sharpshooter is a 13.
To hit, you miss.
What?
You hit with 13?
Yeah, I attack with 13.
Oh, you miss.
Okay. Second attack, 19.
You hit.
Okay, so that's gonna be
Imagine you like shot 2 arrows at one time.
9 damage for that one.
Okay,
And then third attack, same guy, 21 to hit.
you hit.
Okay, and
Oh boy.
6 damage that time.
He dies. Explain his death.
So like the first 2, just like arrows. Sorry, 2 arrows at a time on the first one. One of them hits him right in the chest, and as he goes to like grab the wound, the second one just through his ear.
Oh boy.
And he just crumples like a sack of rocks.
Like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
Gross. Okay, so that was number 1, correct? That was number 2.
That was
That
number
was number
2,
two.
I
Yeah,
think.
Yep. All right. So that brings us to Galvin. Unless you have more turn.
Well,
In
and then I was
haste.
going to say, and then real quick, terrifyingly, I'm going to move over to the top of this thing.
Perfect. Okay.
It's
Galvin.
like scampering up like stupid fast.
Guerrilla warfare, just arrows coming out of everywhere.
Machine gun shots coming out of the bushes.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame on shadow number 1, the one right next to Rav.
Okay.
Don't fuck this up.
I got a 9. As
You
I proceed
missed.
to fuck this up.
trying.
That's my full turn.
You don't have any bonus actions?
Not that I'm willing to spend.
Perfect. Shadow number 1. He's coming in with
Uh-huh.
He is?
Comes in with.
I forgot what Shield of Faith does.
Adds 2 to the
Shimmering
AC.
field surrounds a creature to grants 2 to your AC. Perfect.
Yep.
So he does that. He touches the one who is bleeding out of his mouth
I remember touch.
and casts
Oh, no.
Shield of Faith.
Don't forget you guys have Bless, so D4 to your attack and saving throws.
And he also begins to back up. He backs up his full amount.
Did he leave Rav's reach?
He did.
He did. So bonus action or
Rav.
bonus or whatever.
Attack of
Opportunity
opportunity.
attack.
The hurdy thing.
The hurdy punch move.
Remove his dentures.
Back
Make him
low
need
kick.
dentures.
Wait, before you go, snatch. Perfect.
Wait,
Perfect.
She just reaches her hand into the mouth to grab some teeth and yanks them as he runs backwards.
Give me those fucking teeth. Give me those fucking teeth. Give me those fucking just.
Just imagine the terror you would feel.
What are you doing?
I don't know if you guys watch wrestling, but
No.
I would do a mandible claw into his mouth like mankind.
You're gonna have to describe that.
Oh, you
Yes.
shove your hand in their mouth underneath their tongue and press down.
They do that on TV.
Yeah.
It's totally
I'm
real.
so shocked.
I am enthralled.
Yeah, I'm
Continue.
gonna have. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I just Google imaged it. That's pretty brutal.
It's painful.
Perfect. So, did you roll to hit?
I got, let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
You missed.
Shit.
So,
Did you add your D4 to it?
No,
add your D4.
that would
Be
be
19.
3.
The one
Oh, no.
caveat to Bless is reminding your players every
Yeah.
turn.
So 15, 16, 17, 18.
18, you
Yeah.
hit. So
See?
you successfully grab him by his jaw on the
Yeah.
inside of his mouth and roll for how much damage.
That's 6.
Dude, fuck!
So you literally rip his jaw off, and he dies.
Go Bless.
You're right? Take
So
those-
you just take his jaw. He bleeds uncomfortably.
His
Obviously,
tongue hangs there.
His tongue is like.
Jade's just like, I told you!
And so he dies on the floor. That
Poor
brings
shadow.
Us, poor shadow.
All of this could have been avoided.
If they just
You
trust,
had
I mean,
to
Shane
set
said it.
And
man-child.
that brings us to shadow number 3, who casts Fireball.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
On himself?
Kamikaze motion.
Yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely, he would do that on himself. So, everyone needs to make a
As I look for the range.
deck save, baby.
Oh yeah.
Thank God we're all
Dex save,
Dex builds, baby.
What's
What's
the
the
range on
diameter?
Fireball?
150 feet. Everyone in the area.
150 feet!
I got a
No,
17.
it's no.
Oh, no, that's the range.
That's the range. You're right. It's 20 feet.
Yeah.
I got it.
You're like,
Say,
what?
Fireball is
rolling
like
no
absolute
save.
destruction.
Your boy got a
So Rattle
23.
is safe and Galvin is safe.
I got an 18. Is that
Alright.
not safe? What?
You take
got a-
half damage.
I got a 23.
Okay. All right. So you guys both are taking half damage.
Hang on, I gotta make sure I don't have uncanny dodge.
Wait, hold on, I have a... Here we go. That's not good enough, but you get it. All right. I need an explosion sound effect like ASAP, though.
Oh, I don't think I have any uncanny
Use
dodge.
the air
Okay.
horn.
The air horn, yeah, that's perfect. I've used it a lot this game. I'll give our viewers a break.
There's 2 at the end. So 32 divided by 2 damage. You both take 16 fire damage.
Wow, I'm gonna
And
die.
so does he.
You have a potion, Rav.
Well, yeah, I need time to take it.
Nah.
I have 2 health.
Glad I dodged that because that full damage would have slaughtered me.
Perfect.
I'm about
So-
to die.
All right. So that brings us to chains.
I imagine my rapier is still in this guy's chest, and I'm still slowly pushing it in.
And he cast Fireball just right in front of you guys.
Yeah, that's
and
why I'm
everyone
like-
passed.
And I like
Desperate
I
to
like
make
dodged
it
my like just
stop.
jerked my head to the side.
Oh my god.
That was my dodge.
the
No, now
Missed.
okay. So you're the slow stabbing is bringing to mind the beginning scene of Van Helsing where Dracula is like walking into the sword, but kind of reversed where you're slowly stabbing it into him,
Yes.
and then he casts Fireball on himself. Essentially, it explodes. You tilt your head to the left. Fire's still all around you, and like it's still kind of like doing stuff, but your dodge was just a Han Solo like dodge my head to the left a little bit.
and you're still slowly stabbing him.
Yes, the whole time, just
It's about the message.
absolutely.
So chains, what are you doing?
This is a 13 hit.
No.
Damn it.
It's still the same wound, so it's not more damage. It's
Yeah.
just-
haven't pushed
It's
it
like
any
twisting
further.
a rapier. It doesn't. You're just twisting a cylinder. Like it doesn't.
Oh, so as the shadow gets his jaw ripped off, you also see the shield of faith leave the
no.
body of the other person, but you
Nice.
still missed. So,
It's concentration.
any bonus actions? He's not concentrated very well.
Yeah. It's hard to concentrate when you're dead.
I mean, yeah, let me just try and throw a dagger and stab in the side here.
Perfect.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
It's a 27 to hit.
You hit.
What if
Oh
that
my
missed?
gosh.
If you ever say does a 27 hit and you say it misses, we fucking run. Okay, like take the L.
Nice, max damage.
Oh.
7.
7. Hell yes. So, okay, that brings us inside.
Sneak attack too?
Oh no, I didn't get sneak attack.
I was about to say you missed your first attack. This should have sneak attack.
And guidance. I'm sorry, and bless. I mean,
Add 8 more.
8 more damage.
Yeah.
oh, to attack. Yeah, to damage.
He's,
You're right.
he's doing all right. All right, so that brings
Of
us
course
back
he is.
inside.
You always
I always find the big guy to like slap around.
I don't know.
It
no
always happens.
fights we had, you got all the little guys, and you were just like, I stab at you.
I stab at you. Say it, Zach. I have to hear it.
But in the Merkel thing, like I like swung
Oh,
the
yeah.
sword at him, and he was like, "Okay, this is fine."
like you just walk up to the
Both
biggest dude
bad
with a
guys,
letter
to be
opener.
fair. We both made that mistake.
Yeah.
So that brings us back inside with skeleton number 2, who again takes his short bow with disadvantage, and that's of 10. So he misses, and he takes his movement forward, realizing he's kind of dumb. So, and that brings us to skeleton number 3, who, with disadvantage, attacks with his short sword. And that's a 2. So you feel it like conk off of you as the protective kind of from good and evil is there. And you have your spirits around you. And that brings us to you.
So I'm going to, by this point, I have fallen to the floor, like on my hands and knees. And I'm going to crawl under the skeleton's legs. So 10, 20, or 15, 20, 25. And I'm going to get behind this sarcophagus here. Hands over my head, like on the ground, just kind of hoping this will pass. And that's my turn.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So brings us to skeleton number 1, who sees you turning. He comes disadvantage to short bow you, gets a 6, and you're being chased around the room.
You're just
and
like, ah!
Yeah, it's dramatic inside. I
Like
feel
super
if
not Quakuros.
if dishes could be broken, they would be broken.
Did you get an attack of opportunity when I left? Because I did
Yes,
not.
but with disadvantage still, correct? 15?
Nope.
Okay, perfect.
your
That
AC,
brings us
16?
back outside to
AC
Rav.
17.
17. Good lord. Okay.
I'm a dex build, baby.
Dex build, baby.
Rav wants to take a health potion.
Okay, so Rav takes her turn
What does that heal?
to take a health potion.
Yeah.
Rattle.
Points is that?
Oh, 6. Roll a
Haste a
d6.
full minute, right? So that'd be like 10 rounds.
Yeah, 10 rounds.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go again.
Combat really should last.
Oh, I closed out. Okay. So rattle first attack with sharpshooter 21. Oh, wait.
You
No,
hit.
sorry. 17. 17.
You hit.
Okay. And this is number 3, so he gets the planar warrior.
You are unloading on these guys.
Don't forget
They're
about
all
the
like
extra
channeling
D4.
their inner Boromir. Just like, God dang it, this bird.
So that's 21 damage on the first attack.
Okay, he's dead.
Damn, 21.
Explain his death.
God damn.
We
Shot
have
him
one
so many times
who-
in the back that he pushed him further into my rapier.
We have one that was shot in the ear, one with
Do
no
it.
jaw.
I like that. It's like in Saving Private Ryan where like the battle is so loud and you've got like the tinnitus.
Mm-hmm.
He's like looking around. He sees one jawless guy on the ground bleeding out. The other guy's like still kind of clawing away on the ground and then dies. And he just like turns and the arrow comes like straight through the same hole that Chains' rapier makes.
Oh
And he
my
just
gosh.
leads further forward into the hilt of the sword and just dies in Chains' arms.
And the last thing he remembers is his mother saying, "You should go to college." And he's
You
like,
should have been a doctor.
"You need
Don't
to go
fall
to a
in
doctor.
with that shadow.
Don't do it." And he's like, "No, Mom, I'm gonna do it." And
my
and the
gosh.
light fades.
Perfect. So as
Pick out some
the
of these.
last member of the shadow falls, a very familiar look of their dead bodies happens. They begin to glow, and you can hear them taking their last breath as the glow circulates onto a ringer, a ringer, a ring on their finger, a ringer.
A ringer.
Mark will put a ring on it.
Maybe like you should have put a ring on it.
So you have bodies outside, and you
Huzzah.
begin to hear the commotion coming from the crypt. It is also glowing purple.
Rattle falls off the top of the headstone in exhaustion.
Are you suffering from exhaustion? One level of
Uh,
exhaustion after haste, is
I
that a
think-
thing?
I don't know if it's
When
exhaustion
haste falls
per
off,
se.
I think you lose a turn. It's not a level of exhaustion. Let me-
Okay, cool.
Yeah, a wave of lethargy. So Rattle just falls off.
Lathander.
Okay, perfect.
A wave of Lathander.
Lathander.
Wave of Lathander.
I'm gonna cast light on the crypt, on the entrance of the crypt that we're gonna go into. So
I'm gonna
like it
pick
can
up rattle.
pick up rattle.
Wait, what did you cast on it?
Light.
Light. Okay, sorry.
As like a beacon to say this is where we are, kind of thing. Whether it's attracting the right or wrong people, I want it to be very clear, or at least attract suspicion from people that are walking by.
And were these more of the oath rings?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know the one that I took off that one guy murdered, and I totally forgot about it till this moment right now.
You know, in
Now I'm
hindsight,
feeling much regret.
That's how trauma works.
hindsight's 2020. But like, what if we just took the rings off these people
Sleight of
instead
hand.
of like
Just-
attack
just
them
sleight of
solo?
hand.
Wasn't
checks.
part of it
Just
like,
sleight of hand. Yeah.
it wasn't part of the thing with those rings is like if you remove them, it activates too. I think that was
Yep.
part of the deal with it.
Yeah.
Yep. I
'Cause she
think that's
pulled
what
it
he
off
was.
the guy that we were low key torturing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
I
That's
think
exactly
that's
what happened.
Yep. That's what I think that's what Sumner was saying. It's like, why are we fighting them when we could just yoink?
They have a kill switch.
It's
Yeah,
like
They have a
kill
kill
switch.
switch. Yeah, yeah. Why are
Skyrim.
we? We're wasting these valuable arrows and spell slots when we could just go. Is that a ring? Blink, and he dies. Like done.
What's that?
So
Hey.
you guys are hearing the commotion from the crypt, and Galvin casts light where you're at. Is it kind of like a beam, like trying to get attention?
Yeah, exactly. Well, not only telling my comrades this is where we're going, go, but also like leaving the light there so people that are walking by are seeing it, or I don't know, the gravekeeper, I don't know, can see that this is it.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's nighttime based on the map, but I could be wrong.
It is nighttime.
But I want
So-
people in the distance to see this area. I want it to get suspicion and attention.
Perfect. So that I'm assuming you guys enter the crypt.
Yeah, absolutely, I do.
And the door opens with ease. The purple light in the crypt fades away as you open the door.
Okay.
And as
Were
you
they just
enter,
able to open it just fine?
they were just able to open it because a Tidehunter is already in there.
Oh.
Yes. So, as it closes behind you, you do in fact hear it lock. And you hear commotion coming from the left hallway.
Let's go.
We go towards the commotion.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. So hiding in a corner with cover on like huddled around with my hands over my head is a very familiar sensation to Kuros. The glowing body of protection from good and evil that he cannot see gives him a very familiar feeling, like this has all happened to him before. His double scimitars slide out of the sheath onto the ground in front of him, and when he sees them, he has a moment where it all clicks that a very similar situation like this has happened before, and what the consequences of his actions were then. So he grabs his scimitars, hooks them together, stands up, and he's going to move in for the kill.
Okay.
Going to make my double attacks.
Doing it
Okay.
for the thrill.
3
Incoming
rounds of
70
not
damage.
doing shit. Kuros is ready.
Perfect. Roll to hit.
First attack is a 22 against
You hit.
skeleton number 1.
Yes.
Second attack is 14.
You miss.
Okay, so 1 hit.
Damage.
And the glowing spirit around him is he's gonna use a divine smite on this guy.
All right.
So it's 10 slashing damage, and then the divine smites. Oh, and they're undead, so they get an extra D8.
Yes.
Told you
Very
guys.
nice.
Fuck them
14
up.
radiant damage on top of that 10
Nice.
slashing.
It crumbles to the floor.
And then that was 20 movement. 25, 30. I'm going to go up to skeleton 3, kind of going in for the same thing.
Okay. So that brings us to skeleton 1 who died. Skeleton 2, he's coming in with his disadvantage hit with a 15. He misses. And then skeleton 3 comes in with a disadvantage 8. He missed. So back to Kuros.
So, double attack.
Kick their ass.
Yeah.
Roll to
20,
hit.
and a nat 20, baby.
A
Okay.
nat
Nice.
20.
So this first attack. The 7 plus 4.
Just kill him, dude.
7 plus 4 is 11 slashing
Okay.
damage.
All
And I'm going
right.
to burn a divine smite.
All right.
And that is 17 radiant damage.
Dead.
And then the nat 20, I'm going to burn my last divine smite.
Oh my gosh.
This every one of these attacks that's getting the smite, the like celestial body that's kind of over me, protecting me, is lashing out with my sword strikes, almost echoing what I'm doing. Like it's a seconds behind my slashes. So let's get these double damage dice. No, it's maxed, right?
Yes.
Double dice auto maxed.
Auto max times 2.
So 8,
Yep.
16 plus 4 is 20 slashing damage, and then 6 times 8 is 48 radiant damage.
Oh my
That's
god.
Too many numbers.
That's a lot.
For a
Total
skeleton.
Skeleton
Disintegrates.
Yes.
So that kills them.
I just imagine you did like a helicopter like maneuver with your like.
Oh, all of Kuros's double-bladed scimitar attacks are very like Darth Maul Jedi double-bladed lightsaber, like dexterous flipping shit. Yeah, a lot of that.
So the group at that point busts in. Here's the commotion going to the left. Do you guys go that direction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still picturing Rav kind of like drag carrying Rattle over her shoulder.
Yeah, I'm carrying him like my baby.
So as you guys enter the room, you see the last divine smite from Kuros hitting nothing.
Hey, buddy.
Kuros, what are you
That's where we
doing?
end
Covered in
it.
blood.
As
That's where we're
pull
gonna
it
end.
out to me, I'm going to drop concentration on protection from good and evil. So when you came in, you saw that kind of ethereal, bigger, stronger looking Kuros kind of fade from over me. And I'm very out of breath. My eyes are pink and puffy. My face is a little moist, and I'm a little bloody. I turn around and look at you guys wildly, panting heavily before I unhook my scimitars, put them together symmetrically, and sheath them on my back. And I don't say a word.
You're like Ralphie in the Christmas Story when he beats up the bully.
Yeah,
And as the group comes in, they see that he has attacked. It doesn't appear that there's anything in the room.
Okay. Speaking of being able to see, I know it's supposed to be dark. Is this place glowing purple? Like, are the walls and things still glowing purple?
Yeah, where's light coming from?
Exactly.
It's relatively, you guys can see. It's okay. Like it's
Okay.
dim. So you
Okay.
can see like a little bit less than regular
Okay.
length.
Gotcha.
But that's where we'll end it.
That's where we're gonna end
Cool.
it.
All right.
Great.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was great. I love
So
that.
let's do a 2-minute intermission. We're gonna come back and look at some art, talk about our favorite parts, and then do our giveaway and a raid and
Yeah.
our last announcements.
That's right. Wait,
Yeah.
we still got plenty of stuff. Stick around. We'll be right back in about a minute or two.
1
Who's to
minute.
say? Who's to say?
Just a minute.
And we're back, guys. Thank you so much for waiting. All right, so before we get into the announcements and everything, we just want to go ahead and acknowledge the art that we're going to go ahead and showcase today, which is Galvin, made by Heidi, one of our favorite.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Now,
Say
it's
it
not
all.
just Galvin.
Oh,
Yeah.
my.
Galvin.
How can I.
Son of
Rohan.
Rohan, hand to Lathander.
Telling me who my character is. I see.
Yes, I am.
Galvin, son of Rohan,
You gotta
hand to
give him his
Lathander.
due respect.
That's right, and I love this piece. I love the sternness, and I love seeing his weapon on in his portrait, as well as like his kind of simple robes that he has with the blue and gold. I absolutely love this, and plus the feather color orientation is fantastic. I love this piece.
I think something I really like about, especially the outfit on this one, is that he's sleeveless, and I don't think there's any other art of him being sleeveless.
That's true.
And I kind of like it. It's his summer outfit, right? He's got to shed some layers.
Yeah,
Maybe
especially with his
Yeah.
2 years that he's gained, he needs that ventilation.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
kind of more martial, you know. It feels more soldier-esque. Like I am the hand of Lathander. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
I'm here to
aged
dish out his
years.
justice and law.
Yeah. So one important thing I want to like really push with Galvin is the fact that he's a cleric. Yes, he's kind of like I guess he has the same aspects as a priest in some sort, but he's the same way. He's a priest the same way like a Jedi would be. Like he's there to do the work of a particular mission or objective and do what he needs to do to get it done, kind of like no matter what.
He's exercising his God's will. He's not just sitting in a church
Yeah.
reading Latin books. He's
Yeah.
like, here I am.
Yeah, he's an enforcer.
Showing off his guns.
He's a
Yes,
Knight
Yeah, yeah.
Templar.
He is absolutely an
dex build.
enforcer. He has been tailored since childhood for combat.
Like a crusader, like a paladin or something. But
Knight Templar.
Honestly,
is what I
he was this close to being a paladin, but Tempest cleric really fit him more. So as far as like, I guess
There he goes crusading again.
Yeah. Oh, Galvin. Oh, he's gonna die. Oh no, he's good. He's good. Like that's like.
Oh, Rattle got him out of that one. Okay, good.
Well, Galvin is he's been at 0 HP 3 times in the short time we've been playing. So that's
You're doing
Galvin.
great, sweetie.
Right, I'm not, but thank you. But he's
Perfect.
also learning to not go in guns blazing, but also to be more of a support.
Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's learning to be. It's why he's learning to use bless more.
he's
and
kind of
being
learning
more,
tactics. He's like, let me put out everything to set everyone up for success. Then I can go in.
Exactly. Otherwise, he's designed at very first. He's always been very arrogant and wanted to go in very first, even though he's really not the build to do that.
I mean, I've kind of gotten from Galvin that he is almost eager to prove that he can be the hand of Lathander. Like he was given it, and now he feels like he has to prove he can be. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe that I got from it. I mean,
I made a logo. Dylan, take it away.
cool. We're
Fantastic. We'll see y'all next week.
We're throwing out more content, more than just our quick quest. We're going to try to do once a week a game nights is what we're calling it.
Yep.
ANIGHTS. Mhm.
We're so creative.
So creative.
Doesn't really have a scheduled day.
It's not super scheduled. It's not going to be like, 3 of us. It's just going to be what we feel like. It's kind of what we do in our Discord, but instead
Yeah.
of just in Discord, we'll stream it.
Yeah. So, and just kind of going off of what Dylan said, our Discord is extremely hopping. We play games all the time, especially on the weekends, Friday through Sunday. We're always in there playing a variety of games with everyone who's on. So we figured, why not just go ahead and stream it? People have been asking for more content anyway, and we love to
Asking. Some people have been screaming.
violently.
Literally violently screaming at us.
Yeah, we feel a little threatened, but we'll be on here. Just doing kind of more. It's not going to be like scheduled. It'll be like, hey, we're all playing. Let's do it, and we'll throw it on Twitch, and we'll see who's on